Hi and welcome back to dwpcorruption.co.uk. Speaking with Alan and finishing off, as you can see here, we've got a true replica of one third of the anchor that was, and obviously looking at the detail up on the anchor, you can see that this is the true replica. And what we've been saying is that we will be travelling through the streets of Dudley and surrounding areas with this anchor on board on the back of a trailer, and the complete setup, showing you exactly what it would have been like, and it will be filmed for the people of Dudley. This basically is to prove that what Shed Media have done is a total wash, and the people of Dudley should not take that programme serious when it comes out, as the facts will not be as they should be, and that the anchor itself here is a true replica of it, and we intend to highlight the facts of it being a genuine piece of art, you know, not something that's been made up out the back of a colouring book. So over to you again, Al. What do you reckon, mate? I mean, this is a lovely piece of equipment and a lovely piece of art. Where did it come from and who made it?
Noah Hindley's. They were the premier anchor makers, and you've hit it on the head, Martin. It is a piece of art. The workmanship that went into this was second to none. It is, as I've said, a piece of art. It's history. It's part of Dudley's heritage, which has been stolen from them for 100 years, and they've had it replaced by corrupt practice, by unscrupulous council officers, unscrupulous Channel 4 television, who are going to try and sell it as the real thing. But I will show you how they made the forgery. That is the photograph that the forgery, their anchor, was taken off. As you can see, the name Hindley Netherton. Now the firm was called Noah Hindley, and if you look at that writing, it's been added to the anchor, and the N of Netherton is the same as the height of the words of Hindley. It's been added to. There's the real anchor, they've copied it exactly. There's the height of the words of Hindley, there's the large N, as you can see in both instances, and the Netherton. Are they saying that they could make an anchor but they couldn't write, they couldn't sign right? It wasn't written on there, it was stamped. The wording was stamped as these words were stamped. As you can see on the Titanic's, and this is a photograph of the hall anchor on the Olympic, and you can see the words were cast into it because it was cast. The anchor they had made was forged. The difference between casting and forging.
I'll tell you what I'll do, just so as the public can see, if you don't mind, if I hold this up for the cameraman to have a good look at,
the words Netherton,
and look at it.
And there's the N on the copy. The N is larger in Netherton, the same as the Hindley. Now this firm wasn't called Hindley, they were the premier anchor makers, and as such they put the name anchor makers, Noah Hindley and Son, anchor makers, Dudley. And this is on that anchor there, the anchor which was photographed. This anchor is that anchor, a copy of that anchor, and that photograph was taken off the Olympic. And they also had registered patent, not solely for Hindley's, as they've got on their anchor some silly writing, nonsense writing, which is hand painted. All these wordings were stamped in, cast into it, and it reads, made by Noah Hindley's Netherton. Why would they want to keep putting Hindley's full stop, Netherton full stop?
So can I just stop you here? Am I right in saying then that there couldn't have been any research
None at all
done in this into this anchor whatsoever?
No.
And the idiots at Dudley Council once again have gone and bought a Christmas tree with no baubles on.
With no branches. It's a stick. And I painted the branches onto the stick.
And you know, these people are on incomes in excess of £25,000 a year.
Can I show you? Can I show you the anchor that they had prior to the anchor that they've got?
Please do.
Well, there's the anchor. This is on the corner of Alzoing Road, made by the borough artist Stephen Fields. This has been there for years. That's the only resemblance of an anchor that they had for years. I come along, told them about the idea, and it was stolen by Shed Media.
Is this guy a monument maker by any chance?
Well, there is a monument maker. Yes, that's the funny thing. We'll deal with that another day. Now, not only was this photograph forged, painted out. Look at that one. That is a photograph of the island. Down here is Island and Wolves. This is taken in Belfast. And if you look at the fluke, these are called the flukes. That fluke is overhanging the truck. Could that fluke there, you hold that one, Martin?
Yes, certainly.
And I will show you that fluke there is overhanging the truck. For that to happen, this anchor would have to be in that position, like that, as you can see if you put it towards you there. And they're showing the fluke as doing that. And that anchor is not on that handle. Have a look at the anchor. The anchor is dead square, like that. So again, whoever's had these photographs, for whatever reason, has took out the name and totally, for the word, bastardised the picture completely. And they put the fluke there, no different to obliterating and writing that. That is a forgery. When you interfere with something that is a photograph and you add to it, you make it a forgery. So more, and they've copied a forged photograph and they've made a fake model of the anchor.
But more importantly, am I right in saying that 2020 Shed Media are now going to run this programme highlighting this fake anchor?
Claiming it to be an exact copy.
An exact copy. Is that not fraud and corruption in itself?
It's a deception. It's breaking breaking the Trade Description Act.
Should they not consider that should they not consider that before they show that television programme?
I have told Channel 4 that if they show it, they'll be committing a criminal offence because they've gone ahead and showed it and claimed it, being told that it's not, but they're ignoring it. The same as the Black Country Museum. I asked them, where will the anchor be? Outside the museum. If it's outside the museum, it's being demonstrated as public art. But they won't answer, so they passed it on to your friend of solicitors, Wragge Co.
As we've said, who highlighted in corruption and common purpose graduates. But what we're going to do,
there's a photograph of the anchor going on the plinth outside. Now, if you could go on the plinth, there's a photograph of the horses supposedly pulling it. And there's the anchor, and it was balanced on a piece of wood there that fell over, and that shank, that's what it's called, the shank. This is called the crown, these are called the flukes, and the long part, the long section, is called the shank. And as you can see on that one there, you can see the end with no chains on there is bigger. Now, are they saying that these people could make an anchor but they couldn't sign right? Is that what they're saying? They couldn't sign right. It was never called Hinglies, it was known in Hinglies.
What we're going to be doing is we're going to be highlighting all these facts.
This is a 1/3 size copy. And if I may, Martin, if you look on the Ballard Dive on Titanic, the original Titanic, 2 miles underneath the Atlantic Ocean, you can see this fluke here, which is unmistakable. You see these patterns on it, you see these flukes, this fluted section, and it goes down to there, but all the icicles, the rusticles are covering it up. And this is unmistakable. You can see this shape, not like their anchor. With bits welded on here.
Right, let me cover the point now because we're coming to close.
It's nothing like it.
All the highlights of today you can see on dwpcorruption.co.uk. Send us in some questions and we'll answer the best that we possibly can to prove the corruption of Dudley Council. We hope you've enjoyed seeing the anchor, seeing its true version, I must say, and let's focus now on 2020 Shed Media and the bunch of crap that they're going to come out with on TV to try and bullshit you, the public. Go for it.